Hello everyone, welcome to Agent Mateo's class. Our topic for today is all about deriving inductively the relations among chords, arcs, central, and inscribed angles. This is the second quarter or week number 3 of grade 10 mathematics. And once again, this is Mr. Reyes guiding you for our lesson for today. Our learning objective for today, our learner derives inductively the relations among chords, arcs, central angles, and inscribed angles. Warm-up activity muna tayo. Meron akong inihandang kanta dito na pwede nyong sabayan kung gugustuhin nyo. This is taken from the YouTube channel about learning upgrade. You can go to their website. May mga certain mathematical songs sila na ipiniprepare sa kanilang mga estudyante. Let us play this one.
A circle is a shape with all points on the circle the same distance from the center point. A radius is a straight line from the center to the circle's edge. A diameter is a line across the endpoints of a circle that passes through the center point. A circumference is the distance round the circle. Diameter D is twice the radius. Radius R is half the diameter. Pi is circumference C divided by the diameter. Pi is 3.14 approximately. Circumference is pi D or 2 pi r. Area is pi r squared. Diameter D is twice the radius. Radius R is half the diameter. Pi is circumference C divided by the diameter. Pi is 3.14 approximately. Circumference is pi d or 2 pi r. Area is pi r squared.
So ayun, I hope nakasabay ka sa kanta kanina. Kung pupunta ka sa YouTube channel nila, ang daming views nung kantang yon about math or about circle. So habang kinakanta mo yun, sana na-figure out mo yung mga iba't ibang definitions ng part of a circle or basic part of a circle doon. Simulan nga natin ulit. So again, mayroong arc, though hindi siya nabanggit doon, but from the shaded part of the circle here, this is the arc, the green, wherein that's a part of the circle named by its endpoint. So later on, makakapagpangalan tayo ng arc sa mga drawing natin. And this is all about the radius, where the radius basically connects the center of the circle. Okay, this is the center of the circle to the any point on the circle. Makakabuo tayo ng radius kung tawagin. We also have the diameter. Diameter is actually passes through the center of the circle at mga endpoints niya ay nandun sa circle. So endpoint 1, endpoint 2, connecting that, magkakabuo ng line, segment, and it crosses the center of the circle. Yan ang tinatawag na diameter. And we also have the chord, which is the line segment ulit, connecting any 2 points on the circle. Okay? Kung babalikan natin yung diameter kanina, it is also a chord, basically the longest chord na pwedeng makita mo sa circle. So those are the basic part of a circle. Okay. Sige nga, subukan mo nga ulit. What are the basic parts of a circle here? Radius. Anong kulay ng radius natin dyan sa drawing natin? Okay, very good. The answer is green. Okay. How about the diameter? What's the color of our diameter from the drawing? So that's the color red, correct? And by the way, there's a certain center here. How about the arc? Considering the arc from our drawing, that is the shaded in purple. Okay. And we also have the chord, which is color blue. And to be specific, red is also a purple, how do you call this? It's a chord. Okay, it's a longest chord again. when it comes to figuring the longest chord of our circle. That's the diameter. At this point, we will now try to emphasize about arcs, about central angles, about chords or inscribed angles. Nakakabuo tayo ng mga properties na meron sa circle. Merong mga corresponding measurements sila na itutukuyin natin maya-maya. Simulan muna natin sa pagre-refer sa mga arc. Again, if we are going to define the arc, it is again part of a circle that is consists of endpoints na nandun sa circumference ng circle. Okay? 2 endpoints, which is unbroken, ibig sabihin tuloy-tuloy lang. And then ma-figure out natin ano ba yung mga arc. Simulan muna natin sa tinatawag na semicircle. Siyempre, makakabuo tayo ng semicircle which is exactly 180 degrees. If I will be I will be indicating a diameter here, let's say BOS, meaning to say the SAB here, okay, the arc SAB here is what we call as a semicircle. Other semicircle can be noted here. We have SCB, or you can take any C or D. You could have SDB if you want, as long as the endpoints are the same. Okay. Aside from the semicircle, we also have the minor arc, wherein the minor arc is actually the less than a semicircle. Kung 180 yung semicircle natin, ang minor arc is less than 180. Most probably, if we have the integer, positive integer ang sukat, ang magiging karapat-dapat lang is 1 hanggang 179. So from the given drawing here, the minor arc given from the drawing is arc CB, or to be exact, arc CDB. Para ma-cross or madaanan yung D, nangangahulugan na yung arc na yan is a minor arc, yung kulay red yan sa drawing natin. We also have the major arc, which is greater than the 180 degrees or greater than a semicircle. So yung purple dito, that's a major arc. Kung papangalanan natin, we have CAB, pwede rin CSB, as long as pumili ka nung nadaanan yung dalawang points bago mag-endpoint. So I will be taking CAB na lang. And it varies the answer as long as the endpoints are C and B. Okay. How about the central angle? So kanina about arc yung pinag-usapan natin. How about an angle naman ngayon sa loob ng circle natin? Meron tayong tinatawag na central angle, wherein makukuha natin yung central angle if we could notice a vertex doon sa angle na nangangahulugan na yung vertex na yun ay nagkataong center ng circle. So this is the center of our circle, and yung vertex na yan, yung center na yan ay naging vertex ng ating angle, meaning to say that's a central angle. Wherein, to be specific dito, where the vertex in the center of the circle and the sides are the two radii. Okay? Meron tayong dalawang radii na nakita, which is this one and this one. They are congruent automatically, or radii are congruent in the same circle. So from this given drawing, this is a central angle accepted because the vertex is on the center of the circle. We also have this one. It is also a central angle. Nakita natin na yung kanyang vertex ay located sa center ng circle. Well, this one is not a central angle because the vertex is not located in the center of the circle. So, disqualify ito. Okay? So, ang ating central angle, meron din siyang measurement. Ang measure ng central angle is actually equal to the measure of its intercepted arc. So, from this given drawing, yung tinutukoy na intercepted arc dito is yung arc YZ natin. When it comes to central angle, meron tayong tinatawag na sum of central angles. As we all know, sikat ang 360, meaning to say, of the entire circle, adding all of the angles with no interior points in common, automatically you will arrive at 360. From the simple drawing here, if we have 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4 central angles here, because the vertex of these angles is this point, so meaning to say they are all central angles. Adding all of these, you will arrive at 360. So we could say that measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 plus measure of angle 3 plus measure of angle 4 is equal to 360 degrees. Okay? Later on, may mga problem tayo na related dyan. More on inscribed angle. Okay? So, at this point, about inscribed angle tayo, wherein it is different from the central angle. Ang inscribed angle naman, ang vertex niya ay hindi na center ngayon, kundi it is a point on the circle, wherein the sides of the inscribed angle is not the radius or it's not the radii, kundi chords ang kanyang sides ngayon. The angle 1 here is not a inscribed angle because unang-una, the vertex is not on the circle. Pag sinabi nating on the circle kasi, dapat located siya dun sa circumference ng circle. And again, kapag ito yung vertex ng ating angle, automatically inscribed angle yan, at hindi lang yan, ang chords ay kanyang mga sides. Dito, again, yung angle 2 is a inscribed angle. Angle 1 is not because again, this vertex is not the vertex na nandun sa circumference ng circle. Yung angle 3 dito, it is also or not a inscribed angle because obviously it's a central angle because the vertex is the center of the circle, while the number 4 is an inscribed angle because the point or the center, or how they call this, the vertex is on the circle. And we also have noted the chords which are the sides of that given angle. Okay. Inscribed angle could have the measurement also, wherein the measure of inscribed angle is equal to half of its intercepted arc. Okay, meron din tayong tinatawag na intercepted arc na halos magkahawig doon sa intercepted arc na ginamit doon sa central angle kanina. Okay, so from this given figure, the 55 degrees here is the inscribed angle intercepts, okay, the YZ, that's the arc YZ, that's the intercepted arc of the inscribed angle Y, let's say YRZ here, okay. The measure, according to the statement here, the measure of the inscribed angle is actually 1/2 daw ng measure ng intercepted arc. So if you have 110 degrees dun sa intercepted arc, take the 1/2 of that, you will have 55 degrees, and the inscribed angle here measures 55 degrees as noted from the given 110. So paano nangyari na kalahati lang yung kinukuha natin pagdating kay inscribed angle, ano? I-prove man lang natin ng konti. Suppose we have a circle here. Excuse. And we also have the center of the circle. Let us make a diameter. Let's make pag naglagay kasi ng diameter diyan, ibig sabihin you are having a semicircle which is 180 degrees. Additional info. Let's say maglalagay tayo ng isang chord dito, tapos maglagay tayo ng isang radius dito. Kung napapansin mo, meron tayong nabuo dito na isang klase ng triangle, okay, which is automatically isosceles. Pag sinabi isosceles kasi, we have this, which is the two sides of the triangle that are congruent. Ibig sabihin nito ay isosceles. Let's say ito yung inscribed angle natin, denoted by I. Meaning to say, this is the inscribed angle we are looking for, na kung saan ang measure daw ng inscribed angle na yan is 1/2 of the intercepted arc na mayroon siya. Okay? Let's say yung arc is denoted by A, so ibig sabihin A din ito. Kasi according to the central angle measurement, the measure of the central angle is equivalent to its intercepted arc. So from this, if this is letter I or inscribed angle, this I is also equivalent to this I here because of the isosceles triangle nga po ito. Ibig sabihin nito, maaari nating sabihin na yung dalawang I dito, okay, I plus I, or inscribed angle na dalawang yan, or denoted by I na yan, that is actually equivalent to A. Because, bakit kaya A? Kung naalala mo yung exterior angle theorem, if you have a triangle, you could say that the angles 1 and 2 is equivalent to the angle 3 here. Okay? Yung exterior angle na nandito. So from that, we could say that 2I is equal to A, and then I, or the inscribed angle noted, is actually divide both sides by 2 here, so you could have 1/2 of the arc na nandito. So yun yung reason kung bakit the measure of the central angle is equal to half of its intercepted arc. Later on, i-apply natin yung value ng mga yon. So again, more on inscribed angle. Kapag meron tayong inscribed angle na tumutukoy sa magkaparehong arc, ibig sabihin nun, yung inscribed angle na yun ay magkaparehong sukat. Medyo nakakalito, pero from this given drawing, yung inscribed angle na kulay red dito at saka yung inscribed angle na kulay blue dito or angle A, silang dalawa ay congruent. Okay? Obviously, they are congruent because they belong to the same intercepted arc, which is RK. Kung tinatanong, ano ba yung intercepted arc na pagmamay-ari ni angle RMK, siyempre ang isasagot mo is RK. Okay? Kung tatanungan din yung intercepted arc ni angle A, siyempre ang isasagot mo rin is RK. Since they belong to the same intercepted arc, we could say that the measure of angle M, which is this, okay, and the measure of angle A, or three-letter yung pagbanggit natin. This is RAK, which is this, and this is RMK, which is this. They are congruent because they belong to the same intercepted arc. Sana malinaw sa'yo, particularly for the examples later on, maintindihan mo pa. Okay, ito yung example na sinasabi ko. From this given figure, we will be solving for the value of x. We could say that the given inscribed angle here and this inscribed angle, they belong to the same intercepted arc. Meaning, yung angle I natin ay congruent lang siya sa angle V natin. They are the inscribed angles sila na they belong to the same intercepted arc. So for now, by substitution process, ilalagay natin yung angle I. We could say that the measure of the angle I is equal to the measure of the angle V natin. Ilalagay natin yung I, which is noted as 10x minus 4. That is equal to the measure of our angle V, which is 7x plus 2. So at this point, we could solve the 10x, transpose natin, bring down 2, transpose natin yung negative 4, magiging plus 4. So you will have 3x is equal to 6, okay? Because 10x minus 7x is 3x, and then 2 plus 4 is 6. Divide both sides by 3, we could say that the value of x is equal to 2. So that's how simple. Dapat tignan mo kung anong statement or property ng inscribed angle ang pwedeng makita sa drawing natin. So more on inscribed angle tayo. Meron pang mga iba't ibang properties when it comes to inscribed angle. Ito, kung ang inscribed angle ay nadaan siya sa diameter or semicircle, magkakaroon tayo ng angle is a right angle. Okay? From the drawing, kapag ang arc natin or ang inscribed angle ay nangyari na intercepts a semicircle, nagkakaroon tayo ng right angle. Because from the formula itself, inscribed angle is half of the intercepted arc. Since nagkataong semicircle po ito, ibig sabihin nito 180 yan. And magkakaroon ng right angle doon, or half of 180 is 90 degrees. So if I'm going to draw another inscribed angle here, okay, meaning to say nagkakaroon ako ng right angle kasi intercepted arc is happen to be the semicircle of our given circle, or diameter yung ating na point out dun sa endpoint. So from that, we could say that the angle ACP, this one, is equivalent or equal to 90 degrees. Meron din tayong tinatawag na if there's a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle, ang nangyayari doon sa kanyang mga opposite angles, okay, nung quadrilateral na yan ay nagiging supplementary. So from this given circle with a quadrilateral LPOM, yung quadrilateral na yan, magkakaroon siya ng two pairs of supplementary angles, which are angle MOL, which is this, okay, and also angle LPM, which is this, okay. Pag pinagad natin yan, that is equivalent to 180 degrees. While the other opposite angles, we have angle L, which is this. We also have angle M, which is this. Add up or adding that, you will have exactly, dagdagan ko, ayan, you will have exactly 180 degrees. In other words, meron tayong tinatawag na cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral ang tawag dito kung ang mga vertices ng quadrilateral na yan are the vertices or points on the circle. So yan, may vocabulary tayo. cyclic quadrilateral. Examples tayo. Nakakita tayo dito sa drawing ng cyclic quadrilateral which is FONT, meaning pag cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles of that are supplementary. So maaari nating sabihin na yung FON which is this at saka yung NTF which is this ay 180 degrees in kapag pinagsama because of the opposite angles are supplementary in a cyclic quadrilateral. Just have to substitute everything, okay? The 3y plus 12 belongs to angle FON which is this, nabaliktad sila. NTF is the 5y, okay, which is this. Pinagad natin, that is add up to 180 degrees. Combine similar terms, we have 5y and 3y is 8y. The 12 here will be transposed here, you will have 168. Dividing both sides by 8, you will have 21. So therefore, the value of y is 21. And we could erase this, okay, because there's a degree already here. So we could erase everything degrees here if you want to. Yan, we could erase them. And from that value of y, makukuha na natin yung angle NTF. Okay, NTF is equivalent to 5y. So you just have to substitute with that 5y. So 5 times 21, so that therefore that is 105. So this is 105 degrees. What is that angle? Value of the angle to be added to 105 to become 180. So kailangan mo pa ng 75. So therefore the value of this is 75. If you want to check, subukan mo, substitute mo yung 21, lalabas yung 75 na yan. Okay? How about congruent circles and angles? Congruent circles and arcs. Two arcs that have the same measure are not necessarily congruent in arcs, but when it comes to their degree measure, they are congruent. Medyo sounds confusing. Subukan natin. 65 degrees ito when it comes to degree measurement. 65 degrees din dito when it comes to degree measurement. But when it comes to length of the arc, that is to be discussed for the next discussion natin sa mga susunod na araw. And we also have two arcs are congruent kung sakasakali na pareho sila na they belong to congruent circles. Okay? The same ang measure or portion na nandun sa circle, ibig sabihin congruent yung arcs na yon. With the looking at the drawing here, so that given that 50 degrees ito, 50 degrees ito, meaning to say EF is equal to GH here when it comes to degree measurement. Okay? And from that, we could also say that from the given angle P and angle Q here, if they are congruent, it follows that the 50 degrees here is also equal to the 50 degrees here, meaning yung arc EF is congruent to arc GH dito. Okay, more examples. So, from all of the given here, we could say that kung noted that the congruent yung mga circles dito, ibig sabihin ang mga radii dito ay congruent din. And dito naman, congruent ito at saka ito, kahit magkaiba sila ng circles, okay? Since 65 degrees naman yung mga central angles nila, it intercepts a intercepted arc na ang equivalent ay 65 degrees din. Meaning, by transitive property, the arc MT, arc ES, and arc NW are congruent. And more particular tayo when it comes to example. Again, we noted that sa chords and arcs tayo, arcs and chords rather, congruent arcs have congruent chords or vice versa, congruent chords have congruent arcs. So meron tayong chords dito na congruent, ibig sabihin yung mga arc na nabuo out of that chord ay congruent din. So meaning, ET or TE is congruent to SP. It follows that the arc TE here is also congruent to arc SP here. Ito. So mamaya, through example, kagaya ng sinabi ko, nandito, mapifigure out mo na since 3 cm, 3 cm ito, meaning yung intercepted arc na pagmamay-ari nila ay magkapareho din. If the degree measure of this 3 cm, has 75 degrees, meaning ito ay 75 degrees din. As simple as that. Okay. From this given problem, meron tayong chord dito and chord dito. Nakita natin na yung arc na pagmamay-ari nila ay congruent because of the tick mark here. Meaning, yung 8y minus 1 natin ay equal sa 15y minus 15. Again, based from this statement here or properties about arcs and chords, kapag congruent yung mga arcs, therefore congruent din yung chords natin. So we could do this way. 8y minus 15y is equal to negative 15, then plus 1 upon transposing. This one, you will have what is 8y minus 15y. Okay? Anong mangyari? Magiging negative yan, right? So what will be the answer? We have negative 7. Y is equal to, how about this? This is negative 14. Divide both sides by negative 7, you will have exactly y equals to 2. So therefore, the value of the y here is equal to 2. Okay, more to go. This is all about the diameter and the chord. Kapag daw ang diameter ay perpendicular sa chord, nagkakaroon tayo ng nababisect yung chord na nadaanan ng diameter natin. As long as they are the diameter is perpendicular to the chord. And not only that, the arc behind that one will be bisected also. Kung titignan natin yung drawing dito, we have AR, which is the diameter of the circle that is perpendicular to our chord, which is FT. In case that they are perpendicular, nagkakaroon tayo ng bisected chord. Okay? Meaning, the Fy here is congruent to Yt. Okay? That is the reason kapag nagkakaroon ng diameter na perpendicular sa chord, not only that, yung certain arc ay magiging bisected din. Meaning to say, the Fr is congruent to Rt also. Maintindihan mo yan sa pamamagitan ng example natin. So from this given example, yung diameter SA natin dito is perpendicular to the chord WE. Meaning to say, the chord here are congruent, or the chord here will be bisected, and therefore the arcs here are also congruent. Meaning, 3x plus 10, okay, is equal to 8x minus 5. From that, you could have 5x here because of the negative 3x to be subtracted both sides, and you could add plus 5 on left and right side. Okay, you will have 15 and then 5x here. Divide both sides by 5, you will have x equals to 3. And from that, gagamitin mo yung 3 na yan para ma-solve mo yung arc WSE natin, which is this. You could easily know that the result of that will be added. I-add lang natin yung dalawang expressions na yon, kasi nga WSE ang pinapahanap na arc natin or measure ng arc natin, and substitute the value of x na nakuha natin hanggang sa mag-arrive tayo sa 38. Pwede tayong mag-substitute agad-agad, or we could perform this first bago tayo mag-substitute. You could have 8x plus 3x is 11x, by the way. Negative 5 plus 10 is 5. Subukan mong mag-substitute ng 3. 11 times 3 is 33, plus 5 is 38. So pareho lang din. Okay, this is the second to the last part of our presentation here. You're going to solve the following. Be sure to use proper notation or symbol. Hanapin nga natin, nasan dito yung semicircle. You can pause the video if you want, and then check your answer later on. So there are there are 4 semicircles here, pero pipili lang tayo ng isa. It doesn't mean na mali yung sagot mo, walang problema dito. This is the diameter, this is our center, so meaning to say QPT is one of the possible semicircles na pwede nating makita dyan. Mayroon pang 3 dyan na natitira. One inscribed angle, basically isa lang talaga yung inscribed angle na nakita natin, ito lang. So URS, okay, angle URS is our inscribed angle here. One major arc, again this is greater than a semicircle. Maring akong kumuha ng Q. kukunin ko yung P, pero hindi ko kukunin yung T dito. Lalagpas ako ng konti para magkaroon ako ng major arc which is greater than a semicircle. Okay? Central angle, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible answers. So let me get this one, which is POU. So angle POU is our inscribed angle here. How about a chord? Ilan ba yung chord yan? Bilangin mo nga bago ko sabihin. So meron akong nakikita ang 1, 2, 3 na chord. Isang diameter, dalawang diameters happen to be chord of our drawing here or circle. Ito na lang kunin natin, the specific RS. Our RS is a chord. Radius, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 na posibleng sagot. Kuha lang tayo ng isa. We have OP. Okay? OP is one of the radii na pwede natin kuhanin. Minor arc, maliit kaysa sa semicircle. So, maliit lang ang kukunin natin. Let's say I have this QR as one of our minor arcs na marami dyan. And intercepted arc, meaning titingin tayo sa central angle or inscribed angle. Okay? Let's say inscribed angle na lang ang pagkuhanan natin ng intercepted arc. What is the intercepted arc of our angle R here? Sige nga. So meaning, if this is our inscribed angle, extend ko lang, magkakaroon ako ng US. That is the intercepted arc of our inscribed angle URS. Okay? Those are some of the answers. It doesn't mean na mali yung sagot mo. As long as you have verified that those all of your answers are potential answers from the noted unknown here. This will be the last part of our video presentation. So how do you perform the following? Again, central angle is equivalent to its intercepted arc, while the inscribed angle is 1/2 of its intercepted arc. How do you call the angle TMH? So TMH is actually a inscribed angle. Let us denote that by X. We could get that X by taking half of its intercepted arc. So what is the intercepted arc of that? Angle M. That is 78. So the half of 78 is actually 39. So therefore the answer here is 39 degrees, which is the half of 78 natin. Okay? Madali lang, ano? How about angle TEH? Angle TAH. How do you call this one again? That's correct. That's a central angle. Ano bang sabi natin sa property ng central angle? It is always equal to the measure of its intercepted arc. So meaning, if this is 78, this is also 78. So therefore, this is 78 degrees. How about the measure of the arc TMH? We have T. Magsisimula tayo dito, going to M, and going to H. Kung naalala natin yung sum of all angles in a circle, diba nag-arrive tayo sa entire circle which is 360 degrees. Meaning to say, the entire circle is 360. Ito lang yung pinapakuha. So, ibig sabihin, we will be subtracting 78 from 360 para malaman natin yung remaining na ito. So, again, to get this portion, you could have 360, so subtract natin yung 78. So what will be the answer? We have 10. This becomes 5. So therefore we have 2. This becomes 15 and this becomes 2. So you will have 282. And this is 282 degrees. Did you get my point? Okay, very good. How about this one? What's the measure of angle T, measure of arc TMH? Okay. Idadagdag natin sa measure of arc TH natin. So, na-occupy niya lahat yung buong circle natin. So, meaning, that is exactly 360 degrees. I hope naintindihan mo yung iba't ibang mga properties involving chords or arcs. So, ang dami-dami nating na-mention ng mga when it comes to inscribed angle or central angle. So, I hope nakatulong sa iyo yung lesson natin ngayon. So, for that, I want to end my discussion with this quotation. Keep your circle positive, surround yourself with good people, do good for others, and good will come your way. And for that, thank you for listening and have a good day.